That's a good one. That's a good one.
Ladies and gentlemen,
That's been it.
it's that time. That time that we look forward to. You know, it's time for the good news, the bad news, and the other shit. Hey, good news, bad news. But ching ching ching.
All those extra sound effects don't help. Doesn't even help this program. It just wastes time. Yeah, all that.
Y'all even go with the
Yeah.
Well, I would say
You guys are upgrading.
We are.
I remember when it was just, little claps. And that was
I'm
it.
telling you, we are upgrading, and that's part of the good news, the bad news, the other shit. Because the first good news we have to say, everybody, is that the Pack Stereo team, broadcast team, Vic and I,
yeah.
we've upgraded to the new iPhone 4S.
We had to. We had
iPhone
to.
4S, everybody.
We had to.
Yes.
I got forced. I was forced to do it. I have a lot of footage with me in the restroom.
Well, it's part of the whole thing because not just the iPhone, but even the Android has the great apps. Oh, Acapella's doing his thing too. But it's that, it's this whole thing of what broadcasters can do. So I want you to know, that's part of the good news that Pack Stereo staff is upgraded to the new iPhone. Now we're just getting,
We're late.
We're a little late. We had the BlackBerry.
But guess what we're better at?
Had 5,000 zillion computers, right?
Yeah.
It's like,
That's it.
15 damn computers here.
All have a mind of its
We
own.
had iTouches. We both had iTouches. We both had iPods.
Right. And 18 computers.
And 18
With
computers.
managing all of them.
Netbooks.
Yeah,
all
hey,
that.
Mario, you should you know what? Tonight or next week, tell them while you broadcasting when you have a whole bunch of videos to upload while you're broadcasting.
Well, that's what we're going to be telling you that. Well, that was part of the good news announcement with the new iPhone apps. We're going to be pushing some of our broadcasters too about using more of the apps, getting more used to using their phones as street broadcasters, not just of things out there, but also of themselves.
Right.
Dropping in quick reports, the Acapella diaries.
Yes.
Right.
As he goes about, we want to see pictures of the victims.
That's right.
Before and after.
Right.
Here she is before, here she is after.
Right.
So we want to get those pictures.
Yeah.
So,
So you can't. You got to be careful.
I'm just saying. So you guys are going to see us doing more. Now, those of you who don't have the iPhone, a lot of the Nokias, almost all the Nokias use a bunch of these apps for some reason. So there's a bunch of, and so we're going to be posting on the site more and more.
Yeah.
Make sure you can go see, what do we call the link, Vic? We call it our studio.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go. I'm going to have adding software links up there so you can see where we're running. But we're going to be pushing more. You can see more interaction with the channels because everything that we build. Thank you, Blog Talk.
30 minutes.
We get it's the free one.
It's the free one.
We're not paying that
30
money.
minutes. You know what?
Only this free. You get half an hour free,
Right
and
in.
then a 15-minute buffer.
Write your complaints in to
I'm not
Mario.
spending $100 a month for that.
packstereo.com.
I'm not spending that $100 when the whole damn website is $30 a month. I'm gonna spend $100 a month on Blog Talk Radio.
Right.
And it's a changing environment because radio is.
But y'all can spend it. Now remember now, we also simulcast this broadcast on internet radio.
Thank you.
Shoutcast.
Yes.
Because you can do
We're
that for
already
$10 a month.
Thank you.
I can tell you I do that for $10 a month or less.
Wait a minute.
So we simulcast our show on internet radio under $10 a month. Simulcast.
Well, I got a question for you. Quick.
Yes, sir.
I know you want to go on this schedule.
No, that's okay. I'm lost anyway.
You already lost, but you're not lost until you're found.
There you go.
Until you're found, you're
And
lost.
sometimes being found is worth being lost.
Right.
Well, no. Good question.
Whatever that means.
Yeah. I'm not sure either. It's bullshit.
Wait a minute. Why do you guys watch our show? Because you guys want to see us throw out and hurl bullshit. Isn't that true?
Right.
Isn't that true?
Well, that's why they need to tune in at 8 p.m. Because I watch Acapella. No, Acapella funny.
Wait. Here's the
And
question.
I think Bambi's hilarious.
Dude.
We all
See-
think Bambi and Rough. He got to come on and do some poetry too. Watch y'all. Y'all going to see more of this talented
There's
crew
a
of
bigger
people.
plan unfolding.
Yes.
Acapella doesn't know it in its entirety, but that's the way it works around here.
Just send my check in the mail. Whatever happens.
Right.
That's where they are.
Who cares?
Now, Mario, back to the simple question. How hard is it for anybody just to simply broadcast? and you got an
It's
iPhone.
easy. You can broadcast in 5 minutes.
There you go.
If you, some of y'all, 5 hours. But most of y'all, 5 minutes. See, some of y'all gonna start telling me, well, I can't find my phone. Now I found my phone. Now what's this button here mean? Is this one the internet button? Now I keep pushing help and nobody's coming by the house. I don't know what's going on. See, some of y'all, but some of the other folks, 5 minutes. You can go right now. Norman could do it right now.
Right.
So if Norman try to be, see, all y'all selective with your video images. I know you ain't fooling me.
No.
Trying to be all, I'm not ready yet.
I'm not
dressed yet. I'm not dressed.
Can't wait for
I'm
the
not ready.
criticism.
Not ready. I can't. No, Mario on my brow.
Oh yeah, see, he's laughing out loud.
I never go this
he
way.
knows.
Can't see.
That's why. See, you ain't got no words, man. You see, he's telling you
calling
the truth.
them out.
Right.
And Max saying, if y'all see what I got on in the morning.
Unbelievable.
Max talking about, now y'all can't see what I got on in the morning.
Unbelievable.
So that's why, okay, we just calling y'all out. Okay, now we got to do the news, damn it. That was the good news. The good news that we connected with y'all.
That's the good news. Now, wait a minute.
Streaming live.
And acapella, 8 p.m., we told you the good news. Okay, now here's the other news. This is bad. So the Northeast is freezing, y'all.
Oh, this wrong.
Oh, come on, you guys. They can't believe it because normally winter doesn't start quite this soon.
You're right.
That's
You're
why
right.
they're stunned.
No, they are stunned.
They're stunned. They're freezing back there. Those people who got family in New York, all up back there in the East Coast, they are freezing. This is all the way from Virginia to Maine.
When that start in January?
Normally you get stuff around Thanksgiving. But October's kind of a pleasant month.
Yeah.
Usually on the East Coast. You got the nice change of the colors,
I think
the season thing, and it's kind of more, it's not usually winter.
Right.
Not like, hardcore snow.
Right.
They had snowfall, you guys.
It's like it's December early for them.
Oh.
Right. It's
more
a
intense.
snowstorm,
It's more
acapella.
intense.
They say it's like the third of three. It's the third of the 3 in 3 months. Third strike of three. So it's 3-3-3.
So
Three,
now,
three, three, three.
is now a good time to go to Jamaica?
It would be. Get you some patties.
Parties. I hear the hurricane. The hurricane might be better than the snow.
Oh.
At this particular point.
Well, you got it. You can take. Okay, so that's the first news item. Second news item is, I don't know if you guys have been watching, Republican candidate Herman Cain attempting to respond or not respond, getting his first taste of being a presidential candidate as he responds to sexual harassment claims. We're going to be featured tomorrow on the Conspiracy Wednesday. PMC sent in a video.
Oh, another one?
Yeah, about Herman Cain.
Oh, okay.
So tomorrow featured PMC, one of our regulars in the chat room. But I don't know if you guys been watching this. They said that he settled 2 sexual harassment claims. Now I've been watching them. See, everybody lies. Some.
I knew it. I knew
Except
it was coming.
Victor and I.
Yeah.
And acapella, of course.
Right.
We've never lied. It's
Never.
always been the truth.
Keep it
Everything.
100.
And Mac.
Right.
Of course, Mac too. Mac McAllister. He's never lied.
Right.
But outside of that crew, because Norman, I don't know Norman. Norman might have lied. But once, maybe back in the 60s.
That's right.
it. But, we're harsh.
All right, we just found a surprise.
But so, I'm just saying, so he said now he doesn't remember the report or whether anything was ever paid out. But I want you to know that's the hot news right now is watching Herman Cain respond to sexual harassment claims. Now, they have managed to uncover a number of moderately attractive women to say that he was not harassing them.
Oh, you know what?
They had a worker. She said she worked with him for 7 years.
Moderate?
And she came, they didn't have no fine ones come out and say he didn't harass. But I had a couple of, biggins come in and say that, he didn't harass.
Did they have hair as long as acapella?
That stuff itches when it grows in.
Come on, man. All right, let me go back. I want to keep it serious because this is
That's cool, but that's a serious story.
It's a serious story.
Because we want to know, Herman Cain, when you get to be that age and you still sexually harassing, what do you want done? You ain't laying no pipe. So you must just want some axe. All right, so we'll find out about what Herman Cain, if he did harass.
Poor Suzette.
If he did harass, what did he want?
You know what?
I want to know if you're gonna harass somebody sexually, just what is it you want done? They might just give you some.
Now, Mario, are you trying to say that Herman Cain doesn't have those strange attractions to a certain group of women who find him extraordinarily?
It may be, but it's poetic. Think of his name, Herman Cain.
Right.
Cain. Cocaine. Bamboo cane. Herman Cain.
How come you're not putting
How come it ain't Herman Cain?
You know what? This man is
Herman Cain.
a successful entrepreneur. I couldn't even do the setup on this. See, all right, give him credit for something.
We'll give him credit for not marrying Kim Kardashian. That's the next story.
All right.
Wow.
Everybody, Kim Kardashian is expected to make a quick recovery. We were concerned. People were writing me, I wonder how Kim's doing. I wonder if she's okay. And I said to myself, Kim, if you need comforting, if you need someone to comfort you, shoulder to lay on, you can come by here in the studio now. Bring some food.
But you ain't getting no sex.
No, Victor, I'll blow on it. I just want to see it. Shit. How about you, Uncle? But let's show us some shit.
Oh, man.
Let me just smell it.
Yeah. You know what?
And then you can have some Vic. But we want to know that we want to put out there that Pax Stereo TV is willing to comfort any of the Kardashian crew other than the brothers. But you can come over here and play some computer games with us.
It's wrong.
Actually, me and Kim actually went on a date.
You and Kim?
Yeah, it was about 2 weeks ago.
Did you kiss her?
I got pictures.
Uh-oh.
You
Can you show them?
Yeah, I think I can pull it up.
You know
Too
what?
bad. See, you got to. Can you show them though?
Yeah, I can.
If you was broadcasting from your phone.
Yeah, I got the Acapella app. The Pax Stereo app is on its way. Don't worry, guys. Make sure that you tune in. We're going to have all this stuff ready in 1 week. It's just $400 for you to get your own. We just take ours off the top.
Send us the 400.
Right.
We'll send you back an official ribbon.
Wait a minute. You know what?
I want to make sure you guys make money.
I want to
y'all
make sure you
money.
show the pictures.
Okay.
Let me see if I can
How
get
do
the
we-
quote. Let me see.
Me and Kim. See that? That's me and Kim.
That's
enough.
That's enough.
It's real.
It is real. So no wonder you at the
You
clinic.
just saw it right here. That's it.
I understand.
That's it.
You could just take some doxycycline,
Yeah.
and then that'll wipe out a lot of it. But you know, and some A200 pyranate will help the crabs.
Dude, I have never seen such hard brothers.
I'm just saying, y'all gotta watch now. We gotta watch that laying around.
Can we say something good about Kim?
Okay, we do
Just something good about
She's
her,
one
man.
fine ass, rich.
She's the best.
Fine ass rich. Who else makes 18 million on the wedding?
She's the best.
Who the hell?
On money.
Who's the pimping who? Shit. Hey Kim, hey. I'm just talking shit. Hey, we broke.
Hey, Mark.
We should be pimping.
How many brothers
I
right
tried
now?
to get Victor to sell something, you know.
Oh, brother, you know it's
You know,
all,
you saw. I showed him those American Gigolo reruns. Told Vic, see, Vic, you can go get us some money. You can go get us some investment capital if you could just. If only they wanted the old Gimpy one.
That's wrong. You know that everybody right now, all these single men are saying she's back on the market. You know that, right?
She was, oh yeah, like you know what? I have to admit, tell the truth, y'all don't lie.
Yeah.
I got a bunch of exes that when they got married, I hit a clock, a timer, ching, because you knew you was gonna hit that again. I'm gonna get that rebound. I'm gonna get that rebound. You knew when they got engaged, you was gonna get that rebound sex.
You're wrong.
You know, as soon as she leaves this dude, I get that rebound.
Now, is rebound a proactive statement?
For dogs like most men, we know we gonna get rebound.
Well, rebounds are good.
We look at you when we see your new boyfriend. We look at him going, "I'm gonna get that rebound."
Right.
I got a theory.
Keep your stats up.
Yeah.
See, I got a theory. For every woman that's become your girlfriend, was a rebound.
How do you define that? By
That
the way,
may have been a rebound.
because some people say after 3 weeks. You know, it's just like when do you decide you going with somebody? See, for men, it's the night you hit it. There you hit it. Whatever time you hit it, that's when That's when it started.
Right.
Yeah.
Prior to that, we were just talking.
So I think the abuse of the term rebound really doesn't belong in the language we're talking about, because if you are the next,
I'm just
you
saying,
are the rebound.
Well,
That's
what I'm
automatic.
saying. You know, some of your exes when they got married, you knew you was gonna get something later on. You know goddamn well you said this shit is not going to last.
See, I tried to rescue
I'm going to get some rebound sex.
I don't even want to be in this room where I look. You know what? Don't we remind you guys of the old black and white 60s men in the barbershop?
Do we lie?
You know, think about it.
Have we told any lies? We have told no lies.
Okay.
See, all the young folks should pay attention.
Yeah. I just showed pictures, so.
Yeah, right.
See, Acapella knows because he's young pimping.
Pimping real rough.
See, I got memories of pimping. I have pimping memories. That's what it's called.
You know what? See, okay. All right.
I got fond memories.
I wish I could do this. You know, hey, you guys, I want y'all to do this right now. If you guys can, all right, I know it's hard because the men don't like to do this in the room. Y'all just give Victor, Mario, and Big Pimpin' over here, Acapella, a number. Rate us as a number as it relates to our we rebound material from 1 to 10 and just drop it in here and I'll quote it. I want to see it. I can't wait to see it.
Drop it like it's hot.
Drop
it in there. We want to know.
I want to know who's
it.
Right. If we are we rebound addicts and who's the best at that game?
Yeah, have we ever lied? All right.
Never.
So that gives us to this next story, you guys.
Ever.
Vic, you got to respond to this a little bit. Shaquille O'Neal, supposedly, he's come out with his new book and the autobiography called Shaq Uncut, My Story.
Right.
Heavy title.
Yeah.
Heavy title. Really deep. It's ethereal.
Yeah. I like it.
Shaq Uncut, My Story. And it was co-written by ESP Around the Horn panelist Jackie McMullen.
Okay.
So he tells a story in there about how he and Kobe went head to head. You guys want me to read it?
Oh, I know the story. Go ahead.
Kobe.
Okay, now here it is from the book. Okay, here's Shaq recalling his confrontation with Kobe after Kobe Bryant was charged with sexual assault while also making a swipe at Gray, one of the online people. Okay? Kobe stands up and goes face to face with me and says, "You always said you're my big brother. You do anything for me. And then this Colorado thing happens and you never even called me. I did call him. So here we are now and we find out he was hurt. That we didn't stand behind him. That was something new. I didn't think he gave a rat's ass about us either way. Well, I thought you'd publicly support me at least," Kobe said. "You're supposed to be my friend." Brian Shaw chimed in with Kobe. Brian Shaw, gotta get my glass. Brian Shaw chimed in with, "Kobe, why would you think that? Shaq had all these parties and you never showed up for any of them. We invited you to dinner on the road and you didn't come. Shaq invited you to his wedding and you weren't there. Boy, this is a wonderful book. Then you got married and didn't invite any of us. And now you're in the middle of this problem, this sensitive situation, and now you want all of us to step up for you? We don't even know you." Everyone was starting to calm down when I told Kobe, "If you ever say anything like what you said to Jim Gray again, I will kill you." Kobe shrugged and said, "Whatever.
That's wrong, man. You're wrong."
From that day on, I was done dealing with Kobe. I was done dealing with Jim Gray, too. What goes around comes around. When he got fired...
Goes around, come back around.
When he got fired, he actually had the nerve to call me. And he asked me to help him out. "What? Did you lose Kobe's number?" Oh. That's right. So go get Shaq's book.
You know,
y'all go get it.
All right.
Go get the book.
All right.
Find out all about.
Okay.
Now here's somewhere I want to find out about. Where's all the hoes in here?
Okay.
Where's the sex stuff?
Okay?
Go get that. It's in the book.
Give me what's the hype on this? What's the angle? What's the angle?
If you weren't hyped by that story,
selling a book.
Wait a minute. They've made up.
Shaq Attack.
Both won championships afterwards. So somebody waited how many years to sell this book? I mean, that's a long wait. I think it has low impact right now. Yeah. I'm sorry. It just has low impact. We know Kobe was kind of antisocial. They said he wasn't hanging out.
What do you mean?
Oh, he is.
I will come and hang out with y'all. It's just that I want a little bit better food. Now, y'all should get some shrimp. You just had some shrimp. Some of them crab legs, brother will come over there. But see, I come over there, you got Subway and Martinelli's apple cider. Now, if they would just do it up, Like Keyshawn would have some food up at his place. Some people, you go over there, they got that Subway. I'm like, what the hell y'all in there? Former NBA, y'all got, as the basketball wives, they so busy paying, they ain't got no money.
You know what I like about that story, though, dude? Guess what's the part that got me more than anything? Jim Gray, the guy who did the thing with LeBron, the interview when he had the decision. I like the idea that when Shaq was talking to him, how he said, "Oh, all of a sudden, you got yourself in the mix on this."
That's
then
right.
Jim got fired, came back, called Shaq, and said, "Could you help me out because he's trying to get a job?" And then Shaq turns back on him and says, "Oh, now you coming. When you was over here on this side, this is what you was doing, laying down this story. Now all of a sudden you got a job. You calling a brother."
But
Jim Gray.
That's right.
I have no knocks against you, Jim Gray. I just think you're really part of that system that has no sincerity to the athletes.
There you go. Ooh. All right, you guys. So there you go. Now, we promised you we have a serious story that we wanted to cover today, too. And it was really sent over to me by one of my really special old friends from high school, Lori Cooper. Now, let me tell you something about Lori. She's one of these people, without even trying, they end up being the representative for causes.
Yeah.
Because she's so in tune with, the world and what's going on out there. And so she ends up being part of becoming a spokesperson, and she's a natural spokesperson for a variety of things. She's one of the. I'm saying all this now because she's another one of those people that I actually see moving into the world of internet television, even as a producer, director. Because she just has that kind of a head on her.
Oh, good.
But anyway, she sends over a wonderful story, and where we could possibly be helpful, and that's in helping to make people aware about this young cancer victim who has a very rare form of cancer of the trachea, who has a chance for a stem cell tracheal transplant. Now, this is only done in Sweden, and he would be only the second person in the world to have this treatment.
So it's kind of a new procedure, basically.
It's a new procedure, and people are out there attempting to raise the $450,000 necessary because it's such a new treatment. And all these new treatments, they always call them experimental.
Right.
Even though all cancer therapy, for the most part, is an ongoing experiment.
Yes, it is.
Depending on how you look at it, because it's ongoing data shifting and changing.
But getting better.
And getting better every day.
Yeah.
But Lori sent this over for us to take a look, so we wanted to share it with you. He would be the second person in the world to attempt this type of transplant. Let's take a listen. Let's take a look.
Urban Buffer.
Oh, yeah.
My name is Christopher Lyles. Born and raised in Maryland. Graduated Morgan State University, electrical engineering in 2004. I also graduated Johns Hopkins, 2009, School of Engineering, Technical Management. About a good 7-8 months ago, I started getting a little sick. I had upper respiratory infection 3 times. I had pneumonia once. I had bronchitis twice. So I ended up going to the doctors. Every month I was going to the doctors, every month. And finally I went to a specialist, and they told me that I needed to get a CT scan. So I went ahead and got the CT scan. They said it was actually a tumor that was in my throat. I took a pulmonary function test, and it shows how you are breathing, how much air you're taking in, how much air you're pulling out, pushing out. Within that, I was only blowing out 20% of what I was actually supposed to be blowing out. So my airway was being closed off. So the tumor was actually closing my airway off. From there, I got a stent put in my throat, and they actually did a biopsy. As soon as I woke up, the doctor told me that the tumor was malignant, meaning that I had cancer. That kind of devastated me. My mother was there, my father was there, it devastated me. And from that point on, I had to wait for the pathology report to come through, and they actually told me what it was. They actually told me it was adenoid cystic carcinoma of the trachea, which is formerly known also as ACC. Now, this type of cancer is a very, very rare cancer. It only affects 0.1% of all cancer patients, period. It's a very slow-growing cancer, so technically I really don't even know how long I had this type of cancer. They told me that within 2 months, either 2 months to 2 years it takes to get diagnosed. The doctor also told me that if they didn't catch it when he did, which was in June of this past year, 2011, that I lived and did in 6 months. So from there, I just did a whole bunch of research. That whole month I had the stent put in my throat. I did a whole bunch of research. I tried to see exactly what was my options between me, my sister, and my brother-in-law, who was a cardiologist down in Georgia. We did extensive research to see what are my options. I had radiation, chemo options. There's not that much information out there on ACC. You know, so chemo really doesn't affect that type of tumor. Radiation, yes, it affects it a little bit, but again, it's not that much research out there, and it's not that many people that have done that type of radiation, and there's different types of radiation. Surgery. Now, classical surgery, they said, is called resection, where they basically take your cancer out. They take your trachea out, clean the cancer off, and they reattach your trachea. They told me that I wouldn't have enough trachea to reattach, so basically I'd be dead. So from there, my brother-in-law got in touch with Dr. Paolo Macchiarini, who's a doctor out in Europe, and he has performed the first tracheal transplant. And from talking to him since June, you know, he was very optimistic. You know, I sent him my paperwork, all my exams, my CT exam, my PET scans, all my information. He looked it over. He was very optimistic of performing a tracheal transplant on me. Now, the type of tracheal transplant that I will be receiving is the one where they use your stem cells and they use a synthetic material to replace your trachea. Beforehand, they would use a donor, where somebody would donate their trachea after they died, and they would clean that trachea off, put that person's stem cells on that trachea, and then replace their trachea with that donor's trachea. Now this time, it'd just be a synthetic material. It wouldn't be an actual real trachea. Regardless of the fact, it'd be a synthetic material that they would use and put my stem cells on there and replace my trachea with that. Right now, I have already been through chemo and radiation down at University of Maryland Hospital. I finished up on September 1st. I didn't lose that much weight. I didn't lose my hair, thank God. I had a couple little complications from there. You know, my throat was sore, very tired from time to time. I broke out a little bit, my face, my back, stuff like that from the chemo. But that was pretty much about it. You know, besides being tired was probably the worst of the complications that I had. You know, being very tired. So right now, I'm actually on the cusp of getting surgery, and I'm awaiting this kind of red tape kind of between the hospital and their liaison company that works with international patients. So it's been kind of a long haul going through that and trying to get them the money. We actually trying to raise up to about $450,000. That's what they originally quoted me, saying that in order for them to schedule the surgery, I had to pay them $450,000 up front before they waited to schedule me. And right now, I partnered up with NTAF, National Transplant Assistance Fund. So you can actually go and donate. Right now, you go to www.ntaf.org. You go to the Patients tab, you type in my name, Christopher Lyles, and it'll pull up my webpage, and it'll show you how you can donate. Either you can write a check out, or you can swipe your credit card, and you can donate either way. We have also partnered up with Flow Nation, who's a nonprofit organization that deals with obesity, and they are very willing in helping us out, helping me out in raising funds. So you can go to www.flownation.org and you can donate there also to my situation. Since I've been diagnosed, I've talked to a lot of people that have had cancer, or they have had family member or a friend have had cancer, and every last person said, you gotta be upbeat, you gotta keep your spirits up, you gotta have prayer. I have a 4-year-old. I'm not going anywhere. I want to see her grow. I pray to God every single day, that He gives me the grace to wake up the next morning and be able to see my daughter and play with my daughter and not have to worry about that, am I going to be gone within the next 5 or 10 years? I told my doctor that, I'm not going anywhere. I'm an upbeat person. I'm a very positive person. I try to put off positive energy all the time. I'm a very God-fearing person. So I know what I have at stake. And my family is very important to me. My life is very important to me. And I'm not going anywhere. I told my doctor that I'm going to make cancer look good. So going through the surgery and just going through this whole situation itself is an eye-opener, and it's just made me very humble. And God willing, I'll still be here next 20 years from now, 30 years from now, seeing my grandkids run around, play around, seeing my daughter, grow up, get married, go to college, and not all in that order, have kids. And it's about her right now. It's not even about me. I gotta be there for her.
Like 7 up. Wow. There's not much you can say after something like that. Thank you, Lori, for sending that over. Very courageous young man. Christopher Lyles, we were saying as we were watching this, it's one thing to hear from the person himself who's not an actor, who's not used to doing that, who now has to come and take this platform to talk about themselves in the midst of such a plight, of difficulty.
Right.
Wow. So, it's something about that of watching him and looking right at him tell his own story.
Right.
That really touches one.
Yeah, we were, sometimes when we're out here trying to, explain the best way to explain the story you're seeing, we can't. That's why you show the video. You could wrap it and massage it all you want to, but we were saying right off the camera, we were saying he keeps you focused on him. He quiets the room. And when you can quiet the room enough, and we say this all the time, if you can sit down in the chair and tell a story and keep people just kind of motivated to stay with you during the story, you have great impact. This is a wonderful success story to me.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, we wish him well. We want to embrace that, you guys. He needs to try to raise this money.
Yeah.
So we will come back and we'll try to keep you updated as to the journey and what's been happening.
I agree. Love it. We got some strange animals in the studio.
We do. Ladies and gentlemen, even with the strange animals, this has been the good news, the bad news, and the other shit. That's right. I don't believe you heard me. The good news, the bad news, and the other shit.